Well, hello everybody. Welcome to this week's update video. This, of course, is the most convenient day of the year, 7-Eleven. This is your update video for July 11th, 2022. I hope you guys are doing well today. Well, I want to start off this week's update video first by saying I've got all reminders for you today. So this is going to be a pretty quick video. If you want more in-depth discussion on any of these things, I'm going to point you to last week's video on July 5th for that information. Like I said, everything's going to be everything else is going to just be reminders. The second thing before we jump into the agenda for today is I want to take a moment and just offer up my thank you to all of you on the team who've been helping during this transition with the new worship center. There has been a lot of unflattering tasks that have come our way in this process of updating and remodeling the worship center. Some of these include, general moving tasks, moving large pieces of furniture, moving raw materials, lumber, metal, setting up tech equipment in the new gym. There have just been an endless list of tasks that are kind of thankless jobs. And several of you have stepped up and just made this process incredibly easy. I shouldn't say easy, but you've made it incredibly possible. That would be more accurate. And I want to offer out my thanks to all of you. A few of you have just come every single time, and I even had a small team of people who came in yesterday afternoon after service and helped me clear the final group of things from backstage and get the old choir room kind of ready for the new shop space and the new storage space that's going to go in there. But I just want to offer up my thanks to all of you because I know that all of it is out of the goodness of your heart. You certainly give more than you get there, and I want to say thank you. These little tasks, when we talk about building the kingdom, and when we talk about doing so through the local church, these are the things that put rubber. It's where the rubber meets the road. That's how you actually put work boots on what you're doing or doing these practical things. Now, it's not just the practical things, but without these very practical steps that we all take together, the kingdom would not advance at the rate that it's doing. So I thank you. I want to thank you all for doing that. The other thing that I want to just affirm the whole team on is your attitude during this time. Making large changes, everybody has a different threshold for change. And it kind of depends on your temperament. It depends upon your what your personality is and how you're wired. But also, no matter how you're wired, you can always make a decision to be open to change and open to new things. And being a diverse team with diverse personality types and things like that, the great attitudes that we're experiencing right now through all of this is not because of personality type or temperament. It's because you guys are choosing to have great attitudes, and I'm really grateful for that. It makes the process easy, but also it pours buckets of life into the team. There's nothing that is more discouraging and more frustrating to deal with than a group of people who have bad attitudes. You guys know that. I mean, you're all leaders in some capacity, and you know that there's nothing more frustrating than when you've got a group of people you're responsible for who have bad attitudes. And on the flip side of the coin, which is what I'm experiencing right now, there are few things that are more life-giving than to have a team of people who have great attitudes and who are excited about the future and excited for what God has in store. And that's our team, and I'm grateful for that. So just want to share that love, share that affirmation with you all. And finally, last thing before we jump into the agenda today, I want to encourage all of you to continue to pursue God's calling in your life. This is kind of like something I would probably say as a wrap up or like a point we would get to, but these are still just kind of opening remarks here. And that is, I think it's important to continually pursue what you sense God has called you to in your life. And that most of us do not get burning bush experiences where we hear the audible voice of God and we stand directly in His presence. But we all can sense His Spirit and how His Spirit's guiding us, and we can be obedient to that. And obviously, we can be disobedient to that. And I want to encourage you to continue in obedience to what He's called you to. And that's not just your church service. Obviously, that's the context we're all in, that we all share together here. But holistically within your life, what you've been called to as a parent, what you've been called to as an employee, what you've been called to as a son or a daughter within your family, or a cousin or a nephew, or whatever that is, I want to encourage you to continue in the calling that He has given you. To not grow weary, to not slow down, and to even speed up in that pursuit. Because time is short. Life goes quickly. Life moves quickly. And, I just kind of felt the nudge today to encourage all of us in that pursuit. And, I hope you're continuing in that direction. All right, so let's go through the agenda today. This will move pretty quickly here and won't take much time. First thing, of course, the big thing coming up this week is worship night. Worship night coming up in our temporary setup, our temporary worship center setup. 6:00 p.m. this Sunday evening. I want to encourage all of you to attend. I know some of you may be traveling, but if you're in town, and I want to encourage you to make it a priority. I also want to ask for your help in just sharing it on social media. I know most on the team have some type of presence somewhere on social media, so be active. Do a little bit to share and spread the news around. If you need some content to share, if you need pictures or videos or anything like that, I've got all kinds of those things. I could even send you the copy that you could just copy and paste and put it in a post on your personal social media outlet, and I would be happy to do so. We've talked about worship nights, how important they are for us to be singing together as a team and singing together as a church. And just a reminder, this worship night, we're going to be singing through the truths that we've been learning this summer in the Kings and Queens series. Specifically, I guess I should say, the truth that if you practice well, you will live well, right? If you practice well, you'll perform well. Well, great living comes from great practice in living, or great preparation in living. And one way to, I guess, practice well whenever it comes to spiritual disciplines is to sing. Not only singing yourself, singing with your family, but also singing together as a congregation. So come be a part of this. Encourage those in your sphere of influence to come and be a part of it as well. Second thing for today, I went and did a deep dive last week on the choir and what's coming up here in the next 6 weeks with the choir. Look back at last week's update video if you didn't have a chance to catch that. and you can get some more information there. The most immediate thing that I need from the team, well, is twofold. Number one, we're doing a promo for the choir coming up on July 24th. We'll be singing before the 9 o'clock service, in between the 9 and 10:30 service, and then after the 10:30 service. We'll be handing out donuts in the lobby, and then asking folks to sign up and be a part of the 2022-2023 performance season. I need singers, those of you involved with the choir, to come out that morning and be a part of promoing and singing in the lobby. We need probably 35 or 40 people to really make this successful. So if you can, comment below, send me a text, shoot me an email, let me know that you're going to be there and participating, and that will help me out a lot. Before we go on to number 3, I want to pause just for a moment and go back to the worship night. There is one detail I meant to share with you and I forgot, and that is, if you want to listen through a playlist of the music that we have planned, you can go look in the description of this post. Go down to YouTube or to Spotify, and I should say, go down to the description. You'll find a link to a YouTube playlist and a Spotify playlist. They're both the same. It's just I know some of you like to use one platform over the other. Okay, third thing today, this past weekend, you saw, whenever you came into the sanctuary, that we've started our promo for the broadcast team. Obviously, this is a team that we're wanting to grow, as we will have expanded capacity when we go into the new worship center. And so we've got some positions that we're adding there and some new opportunities, and we have had 3 people reach out and express interest so far after the first Sunday of this promo campaign. So that's encouraging. I want to continue spreading that word around. Again, if you're if you serve somewhere in the production team and you want to help us push this opportunity, I can send you a post, and you can put it out on your social media sites. But be having conversations. If you know of people who are interested in joining the team, absolutely send them my way. And final thing today, of course, we're going to have some fun together as a team. Saturday, July 23rd, 5:30 p.m., we're all getting together at Dennis and Julie Carter's house. And the only agenda for the evening is to have lots of fun and build a lot of great memories. We are... Dennis and Julie have a pool, so you're welcome to swim. We're going to try to have some games out in the yard, and of course we'll have some great food. And if you're planning on attending, it would help me out. Just take a moment, go down to the description. You'll see a sign-up form for that as well in the description. Speaking of the description, I've included, like I said, the playlist for worship night, all of the forms, the choir sign-up form, the broadcast team sign-up form, the worship team party, all of that's down in the description of this video. If there's something down there that you can't find or that's not working, obviously feel free to reach out to me. I'll get you taken care of. Well, the set for this Sunday, for the Sunday morning service, is still in progress. So I'm going to hold off on sharing that. But those of you who are serving this Sunday, I will be in touch with you to give details to talk through keys with you very soon. That's all for this week's update video. Hope you guys have a fantastic week. I look forward to seeing you all and, of course, worshiping with you all next Sunday. Take care and try to stay cool. See you, everybody.